So today we're looking at two-way tables. What we need to be able to do is, number one, know what they are. So I'm going to show you that now. Number two, we've got to be able to draw one or put the information in, put the numbers into a table. And number three, we've got to be able to read them so that we can answer questions about them. So we're going to do all of those three things. So first of all, what are they? They are a way of showing two sets of data about one group. So we've looked at tables and we've looked at graphs that show information. These show two sets. So what they do is they might tell us which boys and girls like sports, rather than just say here are the children who like sports in our class. So it splits it up into two groups, into boys and girls. And what they do is they show the frequency of the two categories, which is a fancy word for saying how many of each there are. So if we have a look at one. So this is one here. It says it's a two-way table and it shows the makeup, how many people are in a police station. So if I look just at this, I've got, these are the different jobs. There's a constable, a sergeant, an inspector, a chief inspector. It tells us which jobs are men, which jobs are female, and at the end here it totals it all up. So I could see, for example, I know there's 79 constables in total at the police station. There are 6 inspectors in total at the police station. Altogether, there are 100 people working at the police station. So I can use all of this to answer the questions. So my first question is, how many female inspectors are there? So I'm going to look at my female column down here, and I'm looking for inspectors. Here's my inspectors on the female column. So there are 4 female inspectors. Now it says, what fraction of the police station are sergeants? So I need to work out the total number that we've got. So the total in the police station, we've just said, was 100. There's 100 people. So I know the bottom number, the denominator, is going to be 100. And it says, what fraction of those are sergeants? So altogether, sergeants are here. There's 13 sergeants altogether. So my fraction is 13 over 100. Question C, it says, what fraction of men are constables? So I need to work out, first of all, how many men I've got altogether. So I'm looking at my male column, and here it is. I've got 67 altogether, so that's the denominator, the bottom number. And how many of those are constables? So just in the men, there we go, 56 are constables. So we can answer questions about them. Next thing is how to fill them in. So if we look at this one, it says, a recent survey of soap viewers, a total of 47 people watched EastEnders, of which 12 were men, 29 watched Coronation Street, and 16 women watched Emmerdale. Of the 25 men surveyed, 3 watched Emmerdale. Lots of writing, so we've got to work out what we can do with all of these figures and all of this data. So first of all, I'm going to look on here. I know that there's 12 boys liked EastEnders. I know 3 boys liked Emmerdale, and I know that in total there were 25 boys. So that means I can work out here how many liked Coronation Street. So I can do 25, take away the 12, and then take away the 3, and that gives me 10. So I know 10 boys, 10 men, it's saying at the top, liked Coronation Street. I'm then going to work out this one here. So I know that in total 47 people liked EastEnders, or watched EastEnders. 12 of those were boys, so I can do a takeaway. 47 take away 12, that means 35 were girls. I can then use this information now to work out how many girls there were in total. So I can add 35 and 29 and 16, and that gives me 80 girls in total. If I want to find out how many people liked Coronation Street, I can look down here and say I've got 10 boys, 29 girls, and if I add those together, 10 add 29 gives me 39, and down here 3 add 16, that will give me 19 people liked Emmerdale. And finally, I've just got to work out my total. I could add it this way if I wanted to. It's easier, I think, to add here though. 25 and 80 is 105. Oh, it says 10. It should say 105. So that would be 105, not 10. Last one. I've got college students saying which subjects they chose. So I've got girls and what they chose. I've got boys and what they chose, and I've got the total. And all I've got to do is fill in the gaps. So I know there's 50 girls altogether. 20 of them chose English. 13 of them chose maths. So whatever's missing is going to be science. So I'll do 50. Take away the 20. That's 30. Take away the 13. And that'll give me 17 girls liked science. And this column here, I know that in English, 38 students chose English. 20 of those were girls, which means 38 take away 20. 18 must have been boys. On this column here, I've got 13 girls did maths, 15 boys did maths. If I add that together, 13 add 15, it gives me 28. On this one, I've got 17 girls did science. There were 40 altogether. So to find the boys, I can do 40, take away 17. That gives me 23. And I can find these totals here. So if I add up all the boys, 18, 15, 23, I get my 56. And how many children altogether? There were 106. So we have looked at what two-way tables are. We have answered some questions on two-way tables, and we've used information to fill in two-way tables. Those are your 3 tasks to do today.